Hello guys, I am back. Again, different location. This is just a different part of the same room. Yeah, it's been a little longer than I usually leave it. I did try and film on Thursday, but the video just was not very good. So I was like, do you want to know what? I'm just gonna wait until the weekend. I have a long weekend this weekend, so I have a lot more time to myself and I'm not working at all. So I just thought, do you want to know what? Why? We're doing a lot better than I expected to be doing at this point, so I was like, why settle? I'm aware that the lighting is quite dark. It looked better than this, and then I started recording and I realised you can't see me. So I do currently have the pumpkin on, but to be honest, I find this kind of coloured. Okay. I find the coloured lighting and the whole mood lighting thing a lot more relaxing, you know, when I watch other people do it. So I thought, you want to know what? We're early into this. Let's, you know, do a little experimenting, find what works, find what people respond to better. So be honest with me. You know what I mean? Don't be mean. Please don't be mean about it. I did have somebody in the comment section talking about it was too dark. I mean, they weren't mean about it. They were fine about it. And I get that, but it's I want to sort of see what works, see what doesn't work with the lighting. So we're trying the purple today. I have my little remote here, so if I decide that I want to switch to the normal light, I can. The light's just in the back over there. So, and I do have my LED pumpkin that is actually currently devastatingly broken. I need to put some glue on it or something, but I do have the pumpkin. So I bought this I think last year from Primark. I still remember when I bought this. I had a big break in college and I was still really early to it, and I discovered that I had loads of these gift cards from my birthday left over, and I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go on a shopping spree on a Monday afternoon. And this was one of the things, along with some clothes and stuff I picked up. Still wear a lot of them now, so I'd call it successful, but I don't know if I just swore there. I'll see in the editing if I did. There'll probably be a cut if I did. It's a natural part of my vocabulary, sadly, so it is something that does tend to slip out. Not the most relaxing, I know. Okay, so we are in fact going to change the lighting. We're going to keep it up to that for this bit, but do you prefer this kind of lighting where you can actually see things, or is the coloured lighting better? Let's see. Okay, so for today's video, I was talking about doing the CD collection video, but because that's in 3 parts, what I thought I'd do is I think I'm gonna save that for when I get a bit busier next month, and then I've just got an idea, so I don't even have to think about the idea, or I can just get on the camera for 20 minutes, record, already have something set to talk about, edit, upload. It'll just be a lot quicker for me, and it'll mean I can actually get videos out if I don't have to think about what I'm doing. So I'm gonna shelve that. And I did try and film this video a little while back, but the microphone cut out, so I had to delete the footage. But I'm going to be going over my current to be read list, and this is not necessarily for October. Obviously we are quite late into October now. This is just my sort of general. I do it sort of 3 months wise, because it takes me a weird amount of time to get through a book. I go on and off reading, most people would just read throughout the day. I will read big chunks of books, I will have one day I'll have 4 hours where I just decide that I want to sit and read, and I'm happy to do that for hours and hours and hours, and then I'll go days and days and days without reading anything, and then I'll have a moment I'm bored, I want to read again, and that's sort of how I get through them. So it's weird, it takes me a longer amount of time. It's not that I don't have the focus, I'm just putting these down. It's just that I have to be in the right mood for it. I find that I only get into that mood for a few hours sort of every weekish. But I'm gonna start with what I'm currently reading, and this is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I've literally read that woman's journals. I've got them here. I've read her poetry, not read her most famous work, which is The Bell Jar, and I'm over halfway through it now. Oh yeah, I'll link my Goodreads account in the description if anyone wants to see that. I have a few reviews of books posted, and I have my I want to read list and blah blah blah. I'll put that in the description if anyone wants it. I'm on chapter 11 of that at the moment. It's it took me a little while to sort of understand what was going on, but it's really good. I heard people talking about how My Year of Rest and Relaxation was like inspired by that book. It was like, but now I get it. I won't go into it too much because I don't want to give any spoilers for either the Bell Jar or My Year of Rest and Relaxation, which are behind me here. But there are a few crossovers in their plot. So I love this cover as well. And I've got my little homemade bookmark. I might do a tutorial on how I did those. I mean, they're really not that difficult, but I feel like that would make a nice video. But that's what I'm currently reading. I think I should be done with that actually, probably by the end of next week, I think. I'm going on a trip next weekend, so I'm gonna have plenty of time to read that on the car and stuff, so that's my plan probably. It's a little bit of a staycation beach thing, family holiday sort of thing, so I'll probably have plenty of time to sit and read and stuff, which I'm looking forward to having some time to do that, to be honest. But that's what I'm currently reading. And so the next thing is, I got this last weekend, and I actually got it for free. And it was the coolest thing, The Wuthering Heights. Now, my mum has like this really fancy copy of The Wuthering Heights. She's talked about them on her channel, Academic ASMR, if you want to go and check her out. She's really good. If you want more high quality ASMR, high quality audio, she's the one to go to out of the two of us. She puts a lot more effort into this than I do, I will say that. No, but she has this really fancy like copy, and I tried to read it and I was just like, I can't. There's something about the tone of like pre-20th century classics that I just can't deal with. Like, it was when she starts going into the specific memories of measurements of the kitchen. I was like, my brain has trouble, I don't know why, but processing numbers and what they actually look like in real life, and at that point I was just gone. So I'm gonna try and get through that again, because like it's got to get better past that. You can't judge it based on the beginning. So I'm gonna try it again, and I got it for free because I went to see university and I went to an English literature talk, and they gave us these little like vouchers for this bookshop that was near them for like books that were on their syllabus, and this was one of them. So it's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get a free book. They won the open day freebies competition, so well done guys. But I was like, it's not that long. It can't be that hard. So I'm gonna probably try and give that a go. And like, I've heard about the plot and I've heard the Kate Bush song. It's gotta be good. And I love this cover. It's got like the gold font, and it's got what I think is either a moth or a butterfly, and these snakes coming out of the little house. It's so cool. It's really pretty and detailed. And it's still got new book smell as well, which is great. So this next one I'm probably going to start reading after the Bell Jar, because it is just in time for Halloween season, and this is a ghost story. I have watched the film. It wasn't that scary, but it was okay. And I've had this book since, I think it was like 2021. I got it for Christmas 2021. Still haven't read it. I keep meaning to read it, and I still haven't, because I remember, I think I was in year 9, but the English department at my school ran this section on like gothic and like horror literature, and this was one of the texts we looked at. There were a few that piqued my interest. There was Edgar Allan Poe. I've read quite a lot of his work. There was Dracula, there was Interview with the Vampire, which I don't own, but I do want to get at some point. That's on the list. The list is very long. I think I've spent most of my paycheck this month on books, to be completely honest. And there's still more that I want to get at some point. I still want to check out Valley of the Dolls as well. I'm desperate to get my hands on that one, but it's actually, I was looking and I was like, this is only like 200 pages. I could do this in about a week or two, I think. So I've been meaning to read it for so long, but it's The Woman in Black by Susan Hill. There was like they did a horror movie with Daniel Radcliffe in, and I remember we watched it in class, and I still remember people like screaming at the jump scares, and you could hear other classes down the hall and they were all screaming, and we were like a group of like 12 and 13-year-olds at the time, which was a really funny thing, but it wasn't really that scary, to be honest. I prefer, when it comes to horror, I like ghost stories, but I cannot deal with like the serial killer stories, especially when it comes to movies. Like, I've not watched that many horror movies, but I feel like if I were to watch more, I could deal with the more like ghost haunted sort of place things, but I could not deal with like the like serial killer ones, because I'm very squeamish. The sight of like any type of blood just makes me like gag. It's not something I can be dealing with. I can deal with ghost stories. I love ghost stories. I've always wanted to like go to one of those haunted, like my parents went to York, and that's like an extremely haunted place. It's really old, so of course it's haunted, but they went on like this ghost tour. I was like, I'm so jealous. I want to go on a ghost tour. I found this bookshop in my city, and they actually had like a ghost book that was inspired by like ghost stories from the city. I was like, I'm still tempted to go back in there and buy that book, because that sounds really interesting. But yeah, this is only like 200 pages long, and I really love this cover as well. It's got like, I think it's called Elmarsh House, the house, and it's got all these like things, and the like title, I keep saying like a lot and I don't know why, the title is like scratchy, so it makes a nice noise. But I've had this for a few years, and I think like it's Halloween time, it's spooky season, I'm in the mood for it, why not? And the back cover is really pretty as well, so I'm gonna have to give that a go. So these next two are on the longer sides, and I bought this quite recently. It's actually really heavy, but it is, what, it's about 628 pages long, I think. But I've heard about it because I heard an influencer I follow by the name of Kellen Beckett on Instagram. She's like fashion sort of thing, fashion, photography, that kind of stuff, lifestyle. But she talks about books a lot on her Instagram, and she talked about Bunny, which I'm probably not going to read because I've not heard that great things about, and it's not really my type of thing by the sounds of it, but who knows. If anyone's read that and they liked it, sound off, let me know. But this is The Secret History by Donna Tartt. What year did this come out? I don't know, I want to have a look. Most of these things tell you what year the book comes out. I think it's fairly recent, but I'm not sure. I might be wrong. Oh no, it's not recent. It's 1992. So it's kind of not old, but it's about like some classics students who like discover a new world or something. That's what I can gather from it, but I've heard some really good reviews on it. People seem to really like it. Apparently it's very good like autumn reading, so I was like, I think I'll give that a go in November, probably once I'm done with The Woman in Black. Then I'm probably gonna do The Wuthering Heights, and then in December I'm hoping to get, I might be being a bit over ambitious here considering I do have like a whole university application thing to do, and I do have A-levels to revise for, but we'll see how that goes. But I love the cover because, well, it's just got this silver, what is wrong with me tonight? I can't speak. It's just got this silver writing on it, and this little like gold coin, but I think that simplicity like makes it quite cool. It's weirdly heavy though. Like, that's what I'm just noticing about this. It's very heavy. So I don't understand how I haven't read this one yet, but I have had this for like ages sat on my shelf. But this is, I haven't seen the movie yet either. Gillian Flynn's Gone Girl. This is like so famous. Like it's got a whole really famous movie with a monologue that I have heard before in it. But I've never, gonna have to cut that. But but I've never like read it or like watched the movie. And I was like, if I'm not like really that serious about this, but if I can read something before I watch the movie, that I typically will. My hair's like going crazy, I don't know why. But if I can like read it before I watch something, like that's what I did with the Girl Interrupted, and I found I enjoyed it a lot more, so it's probably what I'm gonna do with this. I'm gonna read this, then I'm gonna watch it. But I've heard, actually weirdly enough, considering how like well liked it is, I have heard mixed reviews about it, but you're always gonna get one or two people who complain about certain things, so we'll see. But I don't know if I'm being a bit over ambitious with this one, but it isn't actually as long as The Secret History. It's about 456 pages, but I don't know. I think how long it'll take me to read these will depend on how much I like them. If I like them, I will find myself not being able to put like a book down. I range from two extremes. I range from, I think there's a spider. Yo, I think there's a fucking spider. Okay, it's not a spider. False alarm. I thought there was a spider. I don't like spiders. It's not a spider. It's fine. Anyways, I range from like, if I don't like a book, it'll take me months and months and months, and I'll probably read other things in between reading it. Like that's what I had to do with The Love Hypothesis. Maybe I'll talk about that book another time, but I really didn't like it. I really do not get along with that sort of new TikTok romance sort of thing. I just like, I don't get along with it, but that's for another day. Maybe if anyone wants to see me talk about that one, go for it, but prefer to keep things like sort of easy right now. But I range from that to not being able to put like a book down for days and days and days, and it becomes like my sole focus and my sole personality. So I range from that, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have to talk about really. This video is only short, but I'll probably come out with, what I might do is, because I'm away next weekend, I might, in the middle of next week, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday, maybe, who knows, one of those 2 days, I'll probably sit and film, and maybe I'll film like a longer video sort of thing, and then I'll upload that, and it might just have to be one video next week. Maybe I'll do another get ready with me on like Monday or Tuesday or something. Maybe I'll do that so we can have two. Oh, tell you what I could do a like pack with me video. Those are quite popular. I quite like those myself, so I could do that where I just go through like the like basics of what I'm bringing. So who knows, probably it'll just be one video, so I'm sorry to say that, but the week after it'll be back to regular programming. Anyways, I hope you all have a good night, and I hope you're all enjoying your weekend, and I shall see you either Wednesday or Thursday next week.